Hi everybody, today I'm gonna show you how to make this really cute shaker milk box from SpongeBob, like that. And then you can have the template, I will leave the link down below, and it's gonna be just like this. You're gonna print it, and you can print it in any 8 by 11 or any size you want actually. And then I'm gonna show you how to do this without any cutting machine. I know that a lot of people have Cricut, and you can also get, you know, the SVG file to cut it, but you don't need to worry because you can do this without that. So we're gonna start printing. I printed in a photo paper. I think photo paper is very pretty. And then this is the difference between the photo paper and the luxe paper. As you can see, they are both really good quality, but one has like a very shiny top, and then one has a more like matte color. So and this one we're gonna have it too, you know, the unicorn box is coming. But I'm gonna show you how to make the SpongeBob one. Okay, so we're gonna need a scissor. Kiki, would you get me a scissor? Oh, please, right there. So we need a scissor. Try to get a scissor that is big, so you can easier make straight cuts, so you don't need to go too much every time and then you do the motion or cutting it. You can have like not be straight. So you want to be straight, you want it to be as straight as possible. So we're going just to cut it everywhere we have the white, and then we're gonna set up the box. I will have on my Etsy store, then I have on my little girl Kiki Crafts. We're gonna have the template for you to print. Then it's coming with JPEG, it's coming with SVG file, or it's coming just a picture for you to print. So you can easily make this box without, you know, without having a Cricut or a Silhouette or, you know, any cutting machine. Because sometimes you just want to make one and turning everything on is going to take forever, or you want to just print a bunch and, you know, cut it in your bedroom watching TV at night. So, or you don't have one, and that's why we need to work. We need to work even more when we don't have it, correct? So we are just going to cut it, and I'm not going to speed it up because I don't want you guys to think then I was saying, you can do with a scissor, but you know, you didn't show it, so you cut it with the machine. No, I'm going to show you step by step. So now we're going to cut the top just like this. You can round it very slowly. Try to cut in one cut. That's why the scissor, when the scissor is longer, it's easier. And then you can go around. And then we're gonna cut on the side. No, actually we don't cut the side. This side is gonna glue on the other side, so yes, we don't cut it. And that comes all explained on the, you know, on the paper. So now you're gonna see another page on the template as well. Then it's the background for your shaker and some other images. When I make the template, as you can see, I already make the box that I was showing here. I try to make it on the paper as much as you can, because we know that printing photo paper is expensive, ink is expensive. So if you're gonna print it more, even though if you're gonna have extra, and you put it up aside and then use it later. So now we're gonna cut it the center. I know that a lot of people are gonna think, oh, cutting the SpongeBob is gonna be really hard. It is, but it's inside the shaker, so you don't need to suffer too much. Of course, if you have a cutting machine, it will be easier. But you can cut it with no cutting machine for sure without it too. So we're just gonna cut it, and then to cut the SpongeBob, I would say it's better to have a little smaller scissor. So as you can see, I will cut the white, but I'm not going to cut it with the details. especially because it's gonna be against the yellow of the background, so it's gonna show more if it has that, you know, white around. So we're gonna just cut it just like that. And this box was actually a request at my Etsy store. I had started making the box with the Minnie Mouse, then you guys saw it here, and then she asked if I could make actually a SpongeBob for her, and of course we can help. So now we have, you know, the box, and we have the shader box, and then what we missing? We're missing cutting the hole. So you can cut the hole with the X-Acto knife, you know, a razor, or you can, even if you're scared to do that, you can just make an X and then put your scissor right there and start cutting it. But I will cut it like this, just like that. We cut it straight. Try to just hold your arm, don't move around. And if you were scared to go cut it straight, I just realized that you can just get anything straight. Let me see, I have my machine plate, so you can just do that, and then we'll feel a little bit more comfortable to do it. Or a ruler. I just got this first straight thing, I had it on my hand. So we're going to go all around. If you're scared to make the curve, you can just make the end to be a square. And then we're going to cut that off. Just like that. Here we go. So we have this already all good. I know that has, I think there's some machines that will help you to, like this, for example, will help you to make, you know, the marks, then you need to fold it. But I am going to do everything without anything, so you don't need to go buy a bunch of things, okay? So we're gonna try to fold this. If you hear my kids, you know, last day of school yesterday, and they are talking, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut it in the first line right here, and you can definitely use something, you know, if you feel more comfortable. Let me see if I can get a ruler to show you guys. So you can just, if you're scared, you just go right there in the corner, and then you fold it. And then the same thing to this one. And then we're gonna pre-mark every single folding place. Be careful with this one because you have the open for the shaker, so here is a little thinner. You don't want to mess it up right here. So we make the indentation in each of the sides of the box, and this is what you're gonna use to glue on the other side, so we need to do as well right here. So we're gonna put it right there, and then I use this, I think I got it at the dollar store, it's like a cake, it's straighter, just to make everything straight, but it's a very good one too. Fold it when it's too slow, too small for it. Here we go. So we mark every time. So now we're going to need to mark the top of the box, then would be right over here, right behind, underneath your name. So we're going to do the same thing a little bit, and then you fold it down. You can use anything then straight to mark. And the same thing to the other side. So we have everything marked, and we're gonna just mark each side again on the correct side now, because now we know what it is. We feel a little bit more comfortable to fold them. Here we go. And then the last part that we need to fold it will be right here. So we're going to use that, and we're just gonna fold it to mark. Fold it, fold it, and then we are going to mark it a little bit more strong. just do this one and the last one. And I always go over with something a little bit stronger to make the indentation really strong. Just like this. Here we go. So we are almost good with the box itself. What I like to do is, because when we are closing the box, you know, this part is gonna be squished, and then it's easier if you have a triangle here. So what I do, I just fold it a little, and the same thing to the other side, and right there. So it's gonna help to make that movement without you having a machine. So you're gonna see that I went to the middle, down, okay. So now we're going to glue this. Just a second. Guys, can you please stop making noise? Boys, they are selling every second.
Emma, do you have the fake flowers? Fake flowers.
Just paper. Okay, so we're going to use our double tape.
The live flowers,
And then we are going to leave it right there. So for this little square, okay, so you see then you have a point and a point, so that's where you're going to fold it. You're gonna fold it point to point, and then you're gonna fold it this in half. So I do like this, and then I know where I need to fold it in half, okay? And we're gonna do this both sides in each, like, I mean front and back, so it's easily going to both sides. And then we're gonna do that on 4 sides of the square. So now we have here and here. We're gonna go to the edge and open, and then to the line, then we just fold it, and then we're going to just do the other side and keep going until we have the whole square. And while we're doing that, we are just marking where the glue is gonna be, touching it, your box, and then we don't want any holes, so all the little glitter and things like you putting it on doesn't come off of your box. So, and this normally any cutting machine will cut it for you and, you know, do all this work for you. But as I said, sometimes we don't have it, so let's do it ourselves. So we're gonna do this, and again fold it. So now you're gonna understand more what I'm saying. So we have the 4 sides already folded back and forward. So now if we pull all this together, you're always gonna have a corner here. So we're gonna squish the corner just like that. So you putting them together and squishing the corner, because we want this part, we want to make it like a little box, like it's the back of the box where we're gonna put it all your, you know, good things. So we're gonna fold it and fold it, and what I like to do, I tape right here, so I know then this is not gonna open. Let me see. Right here, let's tape. We turn around so you have that corner, fold it and tape it. You're not gonna see in the box, it's just to be sure that nothing that you have is gonna fall out of the box. And then we bend it again. Okay, same thing in each side. So it kind of like make a little dish, you know. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. Squish it here, turn. I think this is the most complicated, I would say, part. I think this is, you know, the part that is going to be a little bit more delicate. So I got more tape because I didn't have it here. So I'm just going to fold it. You don't need to worry too much. You just don't want your crystals to move. So you just glue them together. And if something happened like this, for example, I got another tape because the first one wasn't working. Let me show you what you guys can do. So we doing all the sides. Glue it back. And then you get your scissors. As you can see, I put it the two sides. And then I glue it easier, but now it's not gonna open. So you just need to cut it the top part. And then you can open back again. You just want the bottom parts to be very glued together, because then you're sure that nothing is gonna come off. See? And it makes it easier, I think, for who is not, is the first time or not used to it. So the same thing, we put in the sides, we fold it. Just like that. And then you cut it. Just the top part, guys. Don't cut into that down because you want it to make it safe. There we go. And this part you're not gonna see it anyway. So last side. As you can see, I fold it and then put the tape on. Okay. Cut it half into your first folding, and then we're going to open it. I didn't cut it. There we go. And then we have our little bed. And this is the most complicated part, guys. And we are like, now is just the fun part. So we have that. And this is gonna go right on our thing, okay? I'm gonna just open up right there to glue it. And I saw a little hole, so I'm just gonna put a little bit more tape just to be sure, because I don't want anything falling out. Okay, so now you can, like, as you can see here, I put it like SpongeBob. He's kind of like in a 3D because I put that banana, you know, tape, the 3D tape under, and, you know, put a bunch of stuff. You can look for, you can see that I have pineapples here. Let me show you, you know, little pineapples like that. So anything that you have that matches, you know, your theme or your color scheme or things like that will be cool. So we're going to open this one. You know, breaking the bag like I just did. We're gonna get some pineapples. We're gonna put it right there. And then I'm going to get my little SpongeBob. And I'm gonna get any square, rectangle, anything that you have that is gonna make him come up a little. So I like to put 1 and 2. And then, you know, you get the part of the stick off. But that's what happens with long nails in craft. And then I will put another one right on top, because I want him really to pop up. Just like that. And then we get this off. Ooh. Maybe off. Here we go. Ooh. Let's do like this one. And then we are going to place him. Can you guys see it correct? I think you can. And then I'm gonna place him right over there. One tip that I give to this is, like, try to get things that make noise. You know, because the first thing you're gonna do is, if you just put glitter or light things, it's not gonna make that noise. So you want that noise. I learned that. It's cooler when you have. So you can put anything that you have home. So I have here yellow, blue, so I'm gonna put some yellow. What else? We can put some pink because his friend is kind of little pink. some orange, some gold, you know, like you can do like that, but try to make different textures. For example, now I'm gonna make my noisemaker. So I got some beads, and then let's see, I'm gonna put in some yellow. Let's put some orange, shiny orange, some normal orange. Let's put some light green, dark green, and I think we are good. Oop, don't try to run away. So this part is the most fun part now, and I actually, on the other one, I put a little bit of this. I don't know how this calls. I got it at the dollar store. It's like very soft and it's not heavy, but it looks like a bead. And then it's cheap because, you know, dollar store. And then you make it shiny even more. So I'm gonna get a bunch of this. Just like that. Don't put it just a little bit, guys, because when you shake, you want it to show it, okay? And then what I did, I cut it a little piece of clear. It can be like Barilla pasta box, or you can buy, you know, at Amazon. I forgot the name of this, but I will leave the link below where you guys can find it. And we're going to place right over there to hold it. So what I like to do, I go through my tape, just like that. And I know my kids sound like they're dying, but they're not. They are watching movie. But it doesn't matter how many times we ask them to don't make noise, right? But if I don't make the video when they making noise, you guys not gonna have videos ever, because it's impossible in here. So we're going to place the glue, and I love the Scotch Advanced type glider. It's like, I have a video on how to put the tape, because I think that's the most annoying thing, because it's kind of hard, but I love it the way it works. So now we have the tape everywhere. We're going to place our clear right there. It's like the same material than they make those little boxes. I don't know why it disappeared from my head. So we have this, and then on top of it, you're gonna see where you need your glue to be. Just like so. Okay, so we're going to place it right there. I like to place on the box, because then I know exactly what it needs to be. Just like so. And then we are going to center on our box. Just like that. And I know then you can see the box. I didn't measure too much because I am going to place a name right here. But if you're not going to place anything like I did on this one, just be careful to when you print it the same size, because you don't want to see it. But since I'm gonna cover, I don't need to worry, but be careful with that when you put a printer to your printer to print correctly. And then we're going to close. We already put the tape there, so you're gonna fold that side, and then we're going to just place right there. Line up with your lines right here. Line up with your yellow. Be sure then you straight, and then you push down your tape. Try to see if you're correct on the edge of the box. Just like that. And here then I said then we need to fold it to make it easier, because we're going to do this. So be sure then all your marks are ready to be folded. And then we are going to close it just like this. And then on the bottom is easy because it's already cut. So you're gonna put it, the first one, then it looks like a triangle down, and then the two other sides. No, I like the two sides, and then this one, and then this one. There we go. I always like to paste a tape on the bottom to be sure that it's not gonna open, but I do it through the inside, just like that. And then you're gonna just try to fold it, just like you closing it, even though you didn't put anything in. You're gonna squish those two parts together, just like so. And then you get any hole puncher you have at home, and we're gonna make 2 holes, just where the white are. You cut one, and if you don't have a hole puncher, dollar store has those, you know, those 2, so it's not that it's gonna be bad. I like to push down both sides so I know that it's all folded. Okay, and then just to show, because I don't have it over here. Oh, I do have it. Here you go. I don't know if my hot glue is on, but I made it a bowl, or you can buy a bowl, you know. Let me see if I can show you guys how easy it is to make. Let me take this one off. Cut it off. If you don't have it, but you have a pretty, you know, ribbon, so you're gonna do like this, okay? Super easy. Hold it like this into the middle. I don't want it too big. And then you hold it again to the center, and then you're gonna hold it in the middle, just like that. And then I like to cut it in a diagonal shape to be pretty, so you have the little V on the bowl, and the same thing to the other side, just like that. And then the easiest thing to do, let me just fluff it up, that bowl. I got it, the little crystal, and then I put it right there. Let me see if my hot glue is gonna work, because I just turned it on, but I will show you the other one if it is not hot yet. Okay, so I cut it the size I need, and then you're gonna need to tie to be sure, you know, that it's gonna be easy. So I'm gonna use the same one that I cut it off, because, you know, recycling is good, and I'm gonna cover it anyway. So we're just going to go over like that, and then I'm gonna leave the 2 sides to the back because we're gonna use that after. So give a knot very tight, and then see, you have it, your little bow, and then we're going to glue it. Let's see if, I don't think my hot glue is gonna be hot enough. Okay, so what I did, you guys can see here, I just glued it on the top, and then we close it. So since my hot glue is not really helping me right now, it doesn't want to turn it on.
It didn't help me when I did it.
Yeah, I know. So we're gonna put it without it, but you know, you can put a crystal, or you're gonna have glitter all over. So we're going to put it down, close it, put it here, 1 and 2. One and 2. Go in. Be sure that your bowl is the way you want it to look. I like to tie the bowl on here, so I know then even if they open the box, it's gonna look pretty. So I tie it right there. Give a little knot. So then I know then it's always gonna be in the right place. And then we're going to go over to the other side. And then we're gonna close it. If he wants to. There we go. 1 and 2. And you give a little knot. If you don't